this is kind of the dream. This is the vision that we had for this place, was that people would be able to come on a beautiful day and come and stay. It's my bro! It's my bro! Give me a high five! You can leave me hanging. High five! Woo! We have had this field topped and the grass, the hay collected. I'm sort of struggling to figure out how I feel about that, because the whole point of this place was to sort of protect it and let it go wild and natural and everything. Toby's been doing some research on, you know, how to create a proper wildflower meadow. And one of the things that you're supposed to do is to cut the grass maybe once or twice a year to replace the role of grazing animals and then remove the nutrients. But it just sort of feels kind of a bit counterintuitive, and it's not just gone wild like the home meadow, which has just gone wild, and it's been like that for the best part of 30 years, and it's, in my view, it's absolutely lovely, and I think that's a wildflower meadow in my eyes. But apparently we can do better. So this is just the first step in a journey of sort of trying to kill off this grass. We might, at some point, we're going to renovate this, and we're going to scatter seeds. I don't really have any idea what I'm doing, but we are well placed. We've got, you know, people that Toby knows, and Toby's been reading up on it, so we're learning. But very interested to know from you guys, any of you who've sort of been through this, how you went about it, and any good tips and things that we can learn from. The whole idea of managing it sort of seems a bit strange to me. I understand that because we haven't got the large grazing animals anymore, that we have to sort of fulfill that role. But there's a little part of me that just thinks, are we not just still managing the land, you know, gardening essentially, bending it to our will? But I suppose if it's providing biodiversity, it's providing a haven, then that's the main priority. I have to say, it was very interesting watching them come and do this. The technology that they do is just incredible. But I do have something to say about this. I understand the need. You see this when you go walking around the countryside, you see it everywhere. Watching these be wrapped in plastic yesterday was, I'm not going to lie, it was impressive. The machine was impressive, but it was also quite depressing. Here we are trying to do something positive for the planet, and we've now got all this natural material is now just wrapped in plastic. And if we're the ones that are kind of aware and awake to this problem, and yet we're still doing this with things on our land, it doesn't really bode well. We've been here 2 months. This is a 20-year project, so we will obviously learn and adapt and get things, you know, how we want them to be, but it is going to take time, and I'm going to have to learn some patience. To this meadow, which we're not going to top, and I don't know when the last time this was topped, a long time ago, and I just think this is gorgeous. The birds love it. We've got lots of insects. It's cracking. But this paddock, we are largely just leaving this alone because it's just gorgeous. Now the quick update in the day of the life of this little garage. I say little, it's quite big to be fair. Is going to get a paint job. Arguably not the highest of priorities. What sent us down this path? can't really remember. So I'm just jet washing it down, getting all this friable material off, and then we're gonna give it a paint job next weekend, hopefully, if the weather's kind to us. Just to put what we're about to do into context, we have been trying to locate our water mains because our outside tap is actually an inside tap inside the garage, which is a pain because it leaks and it's just not very convenient. So we want to put an outside tap on, and been trying to locate the pipe. So with the powers of deduction, this little thing here gave me a hint, and the inside tap is like a block and a half inside here. So I've been digging through this horrible Cornish ground, which is just an absolute pig. And now we're going to smash the pipe to see if there's a black plastic pipe inside. What do you reckon?
Go for it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Well, that wasn't what we were expecting.
Oh no. Shit, what is that we've just broken?
I'm not overly concerned. Well, that's an anticlimax.
Oh no. What have we just broken?
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm so gutted that we didn't find the water main. That would have been just absolute icing on the cake, the end of a long hot day. But unfortunately it was a defunct drain, so the water main remains elusive. We are in the car and we are off this morning to Saw West, who are a sawmill that were recommended to us. They're a sawmill who supply local timber, and we are hopefully going to go and select the cladding for the cabin. This guy, he supplies timber which is all from the local area, which is great. He can tell you what the timber is. We're going to go and see his yard, so I'm really excited this morning. It's the way to buy cladding as far as I'm concerned. It's nice, isn't it? So this is the sawmill that we've come to see today, which is Saw West. This is the timber that we're looking at, which is Douglas fir, and comes from around Exmouth, I think. So the carbon footprint is really, really low. It's all local timber, it's beautiful, all cut on site. Everything here is carbon neutral. So they're using biofuel for all their machinery. The only thing that they use fossil fuels on is the chainsaw. And they're saving up to get a battery powered chainsaw. And we're looking at getting these sorts of boards for some vertical cladding. All of their waste goes for chipping, for biomass, multi-fuel burners. The sawdust goes for composting toilets. So it's all really how you want to be building houses, really. It's great. Just choosing our colour for the windows. So we're going for Douglas fir. This is a really lovely silver. This is sort of 6 months that it takes to kind of get to this stage. So yeah, I think that's a nice combination. Beautiful, beautiful timber. Really, really nice. What an amazing place to come